Hi, I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd. I love it when celebrities don't take themselves too seriously. And that is never more prevalent than on Jimmy Kimmel Live. Some of the sketches that he does with celebrities are so ridiculous and you're thinking, wow, these are big name movie stars. They wouldn't do something crazy like that. Oh yeah, they did. My personal favorite was Movie, the movie. It was this hilarious send-up of all the movie tropes that we see, and it had an all-star celebrity cast. Helen Mirren fighting a squid, Pacific Rim style. Meryl Streep with a mustache. Tom Hanks as a robot lawyer. Age of Extinction, watch out. I want Robo Lawyer to be a real thing. We have Robo Cop, so why can't we have Robo Lawyer? Just saying. Check out Jimmy Kimmel Live's channel. You can just click on his face right now, or you can click in the description below for more Kimmel sketches. Plug! Now in present day, celebrities do crazy stuff like sketches on Jimmy Kimmel Live. In the 80s and 90s, celebrities did something even crazier. They starred in cartoons. Yes, for some reason, some network executive thought it was genius to take famous celebrities that mostly adults knew and base entire cartoons around them for kids. And we wonder why there's no more Saturday morning cartoons on TV anymore. I'm gonna give you the top 10 craziest cartoons that were based on real life celebrities. All of these cartoons are real. I am not making them up. Number 10, from Full House all the way up to their teen years, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were everywhere. They had their own videotapes, their own movies, their own product lines, countdown clocks for when they turned 18. Yes, seriously, there was a bunch of websites where grown men made countdown clocks in JavaScript to count down the day that Mary-Kate and Ashley turned 18. It was a simpler time back then. So of course they had to have a cartoon. Enter Mary-Kate and Ashley in action, where they play crime fighters that travel across the globe and bore you for 30 minutes. Seriously, this is like Kim Possible and Carmen Sandiego, but boring. And no rockapella. No doo-wop, won't sing for Olsen's doo-wop. I think they accidentally put a space between in and action. It should have just been called Mary-Kate and Ashley in action, because there's no action. It is actionless. It is devoid of action. One Saturday morning, more like dumb Saturday morning. Heyo. Number 9. I know that Waynehead was based after the childhood of Damon Wayans. I don't remember a whole lot about the show, except for the theme song. It had the most awesome theme song in the world. Waynehead, Waynehead, the party's just begun. Waynehead, Waynehead, it's the 411 for fun. Hey, ho, hey, ho. Bow, 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 bow. And then they had a homeless guy dancing. Oh, oh. Ow, Waynehead! Plus you gotta give respect to a cartoon where the lead character has a club foot and a 3-legged dog. That's when Kids WB was edgy, before them Pokemon showed up. Number 8, Life with Louie. Louie Anderson both voiced Louie, the kid, and the dad. And it was a cute cartoon, if you could get past the voices. Because little Louie always talk like this in the cartoon, and then his dad always talk like this in the cartoon. So if you could get through 30 minutes of half of the cartoon sounding like this, and half of the cartoon sounding like this, then you could like Life with Louie. Man, seriously, those voices are more annoying than mine. Number 7, Wish Kid, starring Macaulay Culkin. Let me break down this premise for you. Macaulay Culkin plays this kid named McClary. A falling star lands in his baseball glove. When he punches the glove 3 times and says what he wishes for, the wish comes true, but only once a week, and the wish only lasts for like a few minutes, and then he has to take care of whatever problem he caused from the wish on his own without wishes. I personally feel like that Wish Kid might have been the beginning of the downfall of Macaulay Culkin. Like, all the celebrity he got from Home Alone ended with Wish Kid. Or maybe Richie Rich. More than likely Richie Rich. Have you seen Richie Rich? I've seen Richie Rich. I can tell you stories. He had a best friend who was a black kid that was kind of nerdy and wore glasses. So I could relate to that guy. I felt like that was me in cartoon form. Thanks, Wish Kid. Number 6. Of course Mr. T had a cartoon. Mr. T is a freaking cartoon. I'm surprised they even made an animated version of him. They could have just had him walking as real Mr. T through the cartoon. We wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. And what a premise the Mr. T cartoon is. Solving mysteries and stopping crimes as the coach of a gym team. And this gym team was like the most racially diverse gym team of all time. They had white kids, black kids, Asians, Italians, former gang member, and a dog with a mohawk. And a white kid that dressed up like Mr. T. What? And if that weren't crazy enough, the people that made the Mr. T cartoon were also the same people that made the Alvin and the Chipmunks cartoon at the time. Yes, Mr. T did a crossover episode on Alvin and the Chipmunks. Alvin, Simon, Theodore, and Mr. T, fool. Do. My Mr. T sounds like DMX now. Number 5, Rick Moranis is a teacher for a high school filled with monsters. Huh, a high school filled with monsters cartoon show. I'm glad that never got repeated again. I gotta give props to Gravedale High. I'm glad that Rick Moranis took this job as opposed to Little Shop. You had a Frankenstein kid, a mummy kid, an invisible kid. They had a kid based on the creature from the Black Lagoon, and of course he talked like a surfer dude. I'm basically Michelangelo of Gravedale High. That character was voiced by Jackie Earl Haley. Rorschach from Watchmen was a cartoon surfer dude talking creature from the Black Lagoon fish. Always gotta start from somewhere. And why not start from Gravedale High? Number 4, Camp Candy. What, is everyone from SCTV days get a cartoon show? But Camp Candy is the perfect example of how awesome John Candy is. John Candy was such a funny and such a likable comedian that you would actually watch a 30-minute environmental conscious cartoon show just so you can see the antics of John Candy. Not to mention the fact that you get to hear John Candy sing the theme song to Camp Candy. The flea bite, the bee bite, the bark of the tree bite, the quietness of darkness, the story told by firelight, the long nights, the food fights, a summer made of memories at Camp Candy, the moonlight, the sunshine, the rainy days and wet. Good morning, happy campers everywhere. I need a girlfriend. Number 3, The Gary Coleman Show. In the Gary Coleman Show, Gary Coleman is dead. He was an angel that came down to earth and helped out a bunch of ethnically diverse children, because that's what you do. Because when he took off his halo, he looked like a real kid. This was loosely based on a movie that Gary Coleman starred in called The Kid with a Broken Halo, but I'm just saying, you made a cartoon, the star is Gary Coleman, and he's dead in the cartoon. Unlike the rest of his real life, where he was just dead inside until he actually died. We were so wrong to Gary Coleman. Shame on all of you. I just got real for a second. I'm just serious. I'm like, people just gave crap to Gary Coleman for no reason. But that being said, this cartoon was stupid. Number 2, Pro Stars. Listen, Michael Jordan, Bo Jackson, and Wayne Gretzky are actually crime-fighting superheroes who have weapons made out of baseballs, footballs, hockey pucks, baseball bats, hockey sticks, tennis shoes that have rockets in them. I really don't think I need to add to this. This is pretty much explains itself. And I love that they would show all these sports highlights of the actual athletes, but in the cartoon, they did not voice the cartoon at all. Michael Jordan was like, I ain't got time to voice a cartoon character like this of myself. I got time for Space Jam, but not for voicing my own self in a cartoon. You take that, Pro Stars. And the number 1 cartoon based after a celebrity is... Bobby's World! Don't you know? Like, Bobby! Uncle Ted! Bobby's World was based on a character and a voice from Howie Mandel. This is probably one of the longest running cartoon shows based on a celebrity. I think it lasted like 7 seasons. It was on for like 8 years. One of the cartoons that helped define the Fox Kids network. Fox Kids is cool! And I think the reason why Bobby's World worked over all these other cartoons is because Bobby's World was technically not based on the celebrity. All the other cartoons were like, here's a celebrity as a centerpiece, or here's a celebrity as a kid. Bobby's World was based on a character that was not Howie Mandel. Howie was the father, Howie generic, but it was about Bobby and his imagination. It was basically like another version of Muppet Babies, which makes sense seeing as Howie Mandel also voiced a Muppet Baby. Touche, Skeeter, touche. And more important than anything, Bobby's World taught us that underwater, the fish don't stink. Underwater, the fish don't stink. Now you may have noticed I did not list any musicians because there were some musicians that had cartoons as well we'll save that list for another day. Which of these cartoons on the list that you watch and that you enjoy? And if this tradition was continuing to this day, what celebrity do you think would have their own cartoon show? Thumbs up this video, and if you're new here, tickle that subscribe button. I make new nerdy videos all week, every week. And if you ever have a suggestion for a top 5, top 10 list you want me to do, leave that in the comments.
I love you like a play cousin. I'm Audi 5000. Ching chomp, yum.